Hey y'all. What's up, y'all? So yeah, y'all. I just wanted to come on here and to say, for my parents, for whoever, always look for the why. Okay, there's always a reason. There's always a reason. There's always a reason why something. There's always a reason. Okay. Most of y'all know. Maybe some of y'all don't know. Jacoby got his tongue tag clipped. He got his tongue tag clipped last month. Now, I say that because for so long the doctors were saying, the heart doctors. Now, this is my problem. When doctors say something isn't something and that's not their field, you have no right to tell me that this is not that if this is not your field. Okay? And parents not thinking like, okay, you're a doctor, so you should know. No. Go by what their specialty is, and even then, take what they say with a grain of salt. You always want to do your own research. You want to not only fact check, but you want to find real people who have gone through what it is that you're looking for answers for. So, y'all know Jacoby is speech delayed. Yeah, he's speech delayed. He talks. Most people think that he doesn't talk. He talks. He just doesn't repeat himself most of the time. He plays like he doesn't hear you, and they have evaluated him, but every time I say that he talks, they think I'm crazy because when he's getting evaluated, he doesn't talk. He doesn't talk. He doesn't do nothing. And it's like so frustrating because it's like these people think I'm crazy. They think that you don't talk. And then when I show them videos of him talking, it's like, Kobe, what's going on? But I say this to say, like, they'll give you the textbook answer for something, and that's it. Like, don't ever stop looking for answers. If something is going on with your kid, never stop looking for answers. There's always a why. It's always a why. Why is my kid doing X, Y, and Z? There's always a why. Always a why. So I never gave up looking for answers. I always just kept asking questions. When he was in the NICU, I asked him, I said, do y'all think his trouble eating is because of the tongue tie? And that never crossed my mind that to find out what tongue ties do to the body. It never crossed my mind to look that up. So I just feel like, hold on, y'all, I gotta put his machine on the charger. Hey y'all, I'm back. When I tell you I'm not playing about this weight gain journey, I'm not playing. But yeah, so the whole time that he's in the NICU, he was having trouble. Well, they was thinking the trouble eating was from his heart. The trouble eating had nothing to do with his heart. So the whole time he's wanting to eat. He's wanting to eat. But he can't. Like, he can't. So whole time he's wanting to eat. And they have to like lay him sideways for him to eat. Or we have to lay him sideways when he eats. So that he doesn't like, not even choking, but I don't know, it just seemed more comfortable for him to lay on his side to drink. When he was around 6 months, he called, I want to say it was the rhinovirus. And after that, he just wouldn't eat. He just didn't want to eat. And I'm just like, what's wrong with him? Like, why doesn't he want to eat? Like, oh, we just think it's, it's too much for him and he's too tired. And it's just like, instead of y'all doing, going the extra mile to find out the why, y'all just say, you know what, let's just give him a NG tube and feed him through there. And let's just say that he has dysphagia, which is like an eating disorder, a swallowing disorder, what should I say? And I was just kind of like, I just accepted like, okay, his heart, maybe it's just his heart, Okay, cool. Whole time it's like, it's just not sitting right with me. Like, I want answers. Like, I'm the type of mom, I want answers. I want to know the why. I need to know the why. Like, because there's just no way he goes from eating and then gets sick. And then now all of a sudden you're having issues swallowing. Like, it's crazy. So he was around 6 months. He got the NG tube. He got his heart transplant when he was 8 months old. And then he went home when he was 9 months, but he came back again at like 10 months because he had RSV. So it was just like one thing after another. And then when he came home after that, around like after Thanksgiving, I want to say, he started eating. Like, what I was doing was just like feeding therapy basically. And for the people that have their kids in therapy, that doesn't mean that you are not supposed to still do the therapy outside of what they do at therapy. Like, you still have to do the therapy every day. It's an everyday, all day thing. And when I say I'm tired, I'll be tired for real, because we do it all day. And I know he's probably tired of me trying to teach him. So sometimes I'll have Cam or Layla like talk to him or try to show him something to see if he's interested in it, because I know he knows that I'm the main person trying to teach him something. Like, I'm trying to teach you something every day. Every day we're going to play, but we also going to do therapy, speech therapy, feeding therapy, pretty much done with physical therapy because he's walking now. And I did that on my own. That wasn't because of anybody else. That was me, okay? So when I say y'all have y'all kids in therapy, y'all have to do the work too. Like, you can't just have them in therapy in that one session per week and y'all like, okay. Excuse me. Like, no, you really have to do the work. You really have to put in the work, okay? But if I would have known that the tongue tie was the culprit this whole time, I would have got that done a long time ago. Like, when he was a baby, they could have just went under his tongue and clipped it. That's it. And it would have been done. It would have been a done deal. So it's just like, kind of like gut wrenching, because it's like we've been through a lot these past 3 years, a lot. And it could have been all for nothing. The surgery, the NG tube, the stomach, the upset stomach and stuff like that, because it's not supposed to be there. The whole time he's trying to tell me, like, there's something else going on. There's something else not right. And then the mom with the tongue tie, she was saying like what the occupational therapist told her. Kobe, what are you doing? she was saying what the occupational therapist told her, which is the effects of the tongue tie. What are you doing? Would you sit still? It's almost done, Kobe. Almost done. So yeah, the occupational therapist told her the effects of the tongue tie. And ain't nobody on here, but maybe somebody is. I don't know. But I'm just talking. Yeah, she told the effects of the tongue tie. And I'm just like, that sounds like Jacoby. Favoring one side of his body. Tense, very, very tense. Favoring one side of his body. Having trouble eating. Speech delay. Mouth breathing while he sleep. Which can cause cavities, things like that. Because the mouth is open. Dry mouth equals bad bacteria. Wet mouth equals good bacteria. Okay? So it was just a lot going on at that time. And I was just happy that I could find out, so why is he speech delayed? We don't have no kids in our family with autism, like any type of autism, speech delay, anything like that. None of the kids. So why would he be any different? The only thing different about him was the tongue tie. Nobody else has a tongue tie. Where did you get this tongue tie from? Like, I think he was just in the womb doing Connect 4 and he lost. I don't know. Like, he was just in there doing something. Because he had a lip tie and a tongue tie. He had a lip tie and a tongue tie. They didn't do anything to the lip tie because it's not causing him any trouble. But the tongue tie had to go. Where you going? Wait. Go ahead. Well, you spraying something? What's spraying something? So yeah, tongue ties can do a lot. What is you doing? He's trying to what? They don't tell him what to do. He wanted to stand there. Yes, because you ain't turned the TV. Layla, don't start. Just be quiet. You always got to do too much. One simple answer would suffice. I don't need you to keep going. Anywho. Yeah, but the tongue tie. The tongue tie. So ever since he got the tongue tie clipped, recovery was a little rough. Okay. A little rough. Like, not G2 rough, because that was rough that whole month. And I'm guessing just because that G2 was never supposed to be there. Yeah, I'm guessing that's why it was so rough, because his body was just like, he don't need this. But ever since he got his tongue tie clipped, he's been on the up and up, trying different things, seeming like he's more interested in foods, talking clearer. Okay, we can understand more of what he's saying. Because like I said, he's always talked. It's just been unclear. And him not eating causes him not to get the proper nutrition, which causes him to be delayed in certain areas, or not pay attention as much, like not have the focus that he needs. That's all that stems from the tongue tie. It's like a ripple effect. It's like a domino effect, okay? You're not getting proper nutrition, you cannot fuel your brain. You cannot do things that you need to do. You don't have the energy to do the things that you need to do. You probably are in pain but can't say it. And, you know, that's just majority of what goes on with the tongue tie. But yeah, I'm just, I just wanted to vent a little bit. No, go back. No. We're not doing this. Turn around. You done messed up the milk again. Go in there. Baby. Anywho, that's all I wanted to say. I'm just making my rounds. On social media. I did YouTube, doing Facebook, next is TikTok. I gotta get this bag, okay? But like I said, always look for the why. Okay? My son was delayed at certain areas and they didn't know why. I didn't know why. None of our kids have any type of issues. So went back and found the tongue tie, okay? I always look for the why. It's always a why to everything.